A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Mayos es esta vaina. Mayos y controla sin zoom, what? Was y se mueve. Clic derecho zoom. Controles. No corro.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
¿Cuántos eran eso? De alto.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
¿No? Se parece a la casa.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Esta propiedad está siendo vigilada por vigilancia de video. Prosecuted. ¿Qué será eso de prosecuted? Imagino que han de ser seguidos o perseguidos, etc. Atrapados, bla.
My mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Los Finches. Izquierda o derecha, izquierda o derecha. De Tin, Mary, de Dopingüe, Tuca, Mácara, Títere, fue, yo no fui, fue, te, pégala, pégala, que ella fue, por abajo. ¿Habrá algo ya al fondo? No se puede avanzar.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Yo me puse aquí abajo a la izquierda, pero no sé si eso afectará las letras, como están apareciendo por donde le da la gana prácticamente.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Milton Finch, perdido. Se perdió el güey ese. Podría devolverme para ver aquí arriba.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Dios, qué casa más rara. Me devuelvo para ver. Un ciervo.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
I guess that's all. Milton Finch, missing.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Güey, para un chiquito... Ah, bueno, es que si no puede meterse a la mitad de las habitaciones tiene sentido, pero para un chiquito... Esta vaina es un paraíso, porque hay un huevo de habitaciones. Puede explorarla, por así decirlo.
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
Mierda, sí es cierto, parece un tobogán, un dragón. Camioneta más vieja, pero tienen una cochera, ¿por qué ponen la camioneta ahí?
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Ya, Nande. Doko. Where's the entrance? From here, maybe? Desde aquí.
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Híjoles. Se suponía que viéramos por aquí, lol. Que me habré perdido ya.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
No va a salir ningún gordo con un saco verde diciéndome I picked the wrong house, ¿verdad?
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Qué gente más vaga. Bueno, es que la casa es enorme también. ¿No tengo una linterna o algo?
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
¿Qué le habrá pasado? Esta es la entrada. Está bloqueado con cera. What the fuck? Ah, tienen unas sillas de estas para viejos también. ¿A dónde debería ir? Hay demasiados ruidos que no sé de dónde vienen en esta casa.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Híjoles, violencia intrafamiliar, pero no de la típica latinoamericana.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
La vajilla cara. Una estatua. Un barco hundido. Tablas. ¿Esto es un lago? Ah, no, tiene salida al mar. No, no es como que vivieran mal, tenían pantallas.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Chadoko. Bárbara.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Era actriz. The Spirit Among Us. Among Us, ¿eh? Dios, como hay libros
After
en
Milton
esta casa.
disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Vaya, vaya. 1950, híjoles, vivió 11 años nada más.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Todas las casas tenían mirillas. No, la gente es normal, amigo. Sven, Eri.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
¿Era pintor? ¿Era fotógrafa o era pintora? Eri, 1917-2010. Dios, vivió casi 100 años. Sven Hofstad Finch, 1115-1964. Vivió unos 40 y pico. Bárbara.
Edie's father Odin built the original house.
Bárbara Finch.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Why? Tienen hasta vinos aquí, what the fuck. Esta casa es exageradamente extravagante. O mucho, creo, por lo menos. Molly. 10 años.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Then why she died?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Tal vez. Sí es.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Wait. Creo que me faltó.
From the paintings on the wall,
ya no
it's
puedo
clear my
volver.
brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
El cuarto de... ¿De quién? ¿De la que dijo que le gustaría
Just
ser
like I
amiga?
had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Lol. Ah, un hámster tenía ahí. Molly.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Yeah, that's the kind of feel that it will make if you see it in that way. Bueno, ese es el tipo de sensación, ¿verdad? Que pondría. Si tú ves esta habitación desde afuera, se veía bellísima. Pero ahora que estás dentro es como... ¿Qué? Orcas Island,
I
cold.
got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
Molly, Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Somos Molly.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Oh. Molly, Eddie. ¿Eh? Espérate, no veo ni madres. Ah, entre más me acerco aquí, menos se ve porque no me acostumbro a la luz. Ugh.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Ew. Did you really eat that? ¿De verdad comiste eso?
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
But I have hungry. Tengo hambre. Déjame comer. Entonces, ¿qué hago? Abro el... ¡Ah! Ya decía yo. No, es un pasadizo.
I kept eating and eating.
¿En serio? What the fuck, niña. No deberías comer eso. Te joder el estómago de una manera.
I ate a lot of things that night.
¿Esas son de verdad? ¿O no? Sí, somos la niña. Y vemos nuestros pies, what the fuck. Algo increíble.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
Me transformé en un gato, what?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
¿Eh? Me voy a caer aquí, ¿verdad?
The babies were all gone.
¿Eh?
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up,
No.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Doco. No veo. ¿Qué se supone que tengo que hacer? ¿Un ratón? Espérate, era por aquí.
Rabbits.
I got you, buddy.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Where?
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Wait. ¿Qué pedo con esto?
I rolled off
Holy
the
cow.
cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Where is the food? There it is. Ah, come on. It's below me. No la veo, está abajo mío. Te tengo.
I tore off her flipper and it tasted really good.
¿Y ahora qué busco? Ah, ya entiendo por qué no lo agarraba. Está agarrando Wast. Y esto se maneja con el ratón nada más.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Soy un tentáculo. No veo muy bien, creo que es por la gama. Que agarro.
Now I was a monster and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Te llamabas, amigo.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
¡Qué susto! ¿Eh?
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Híjole.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Creo que ya sé dónde vamos. Vamos al baño de la niña. Me corto uno si no. Sí, sí, vamos.
I got closer and closer.
Estamos muertos.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
Y así es como valimos caput.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Oh. Pobre Molly. Ah, ya no está la cadena. Y ahora todo se ve de caliente.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
¿Quién es
So,
Eddie?
when we adopted a stray kitten,
Creo que era la
she
abuela,
was the
¿no?
one who named it Molly.
Next room.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Era la bisabuela. Pero yo creo que hasta aquí lo dejamos salir.